Guys, today we're going to be changing a fuel filter on a 6.5 liter GM diesel engine. I'm using my 99 Suburban for this exercise. First thing I do is on the 99s and even the earlier years there was some sort of a decorative cover on the top. We're going to remove that with a 10mm socket. There's 4 of these. Sometimes these guys are a little tight for this guy. I'll turn by hand first. All right. Take that off and you'll be able to see the fuel filter. It's right in the back. I didn't get this guy in the back all the way off. There he goes. All right. Okay. So that's our fuel filter in the back. And there's this black ring here that secures it in place. And we're going to take that off and then we're going to grab these straps here and pull it out. First though, because there's going to be a little fuel spillage, I'm going to put a few paper towels around it to try and cut down on the mess. Just a little bit. Not going to be able to cut down on much because if you own a diesel engine, there's just no such thing as not having a mess when you're doing some of this stuff. All right, so like I said, we're going to try and get this black ring off. Here it goes. All right, unscrew this guy. He just comes right off. I was doing this before, and I figured, you know, maybe I should just film it. So that's why you see a little bit of fuel. So I'm basically redoing this because this filter I put on had some kind of a problem where it was leaking. So I'm just going to take it out and put a different one on. All right, so we're going to slowly lift this guy out. Again, I'm just trying not to have a huge mess. All right. Let some of that fuel run back in now. Like I said, this was a fuel filter I already tried to change and had some problems with. I'm going to show you what it really looks like when you take it out. Just a minute. I just want to let as much of this fuel run out as I can. I'm going to come over here to the front. All right, so the replacement filter for this is a TP1256, which is a GM 101 54635. This is a filter that would be good for all these 6.5 liter diesels, all the way back to 96 or so, probably even a little further. Here's the original filter I took out before. You can see it's always going to come out very black like this. This one here has a problem with the seal. You know, it's just a manufacturing kind of defect and I didn't catch it. And so when I fired it up, it started leaking. So rather than try to patch that up, I decided, you know, I'll just put another one in and repair it later. I should have known something was up because when I opened that first box, it wasn't in a plastic bag like this. And it was also missing the pull tab, which I took off a different one. So here we can see our seal is perfectly secured, so we shouldn't have the leaking problem we just had. So we're going to go back up and we're basically just going to reverse this process. We're going to take this filter and put it in the well, and you can see there's these tabs that stick up and they're various widths, and the one in the back here is kind of narrow, and you're going to line that up with the wider one in the front. And also, in case you forget, the ACDelco ones will say front right on there. Okay, so we're going to slide this guy in. And he's in position. And we're going to take this ring and we're going to screw it back down all the way until it rests along that ridge. Take these rags out, try to clean up a little bit of the spillage. And then the last thing you need to do here is bleed it. So I'm going to go get a container to catch some of this fuel, and I'll show you how to bleed the air out. Basically, we're going to, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can hook up a plastic hose to this and put it to a container. Or what I'm going to do is I just take a plastic cup and make a hole in it, set it up here. You're just going to open this bleeder valve here for a few cracks, like that. And then we're going to turn the key on these 99s, all the way back to 96 even. You turn the key, it'll fire up the lift pump, and that'll blow the air out. And by the way, if that doesn't work, it means your lift pump's shot. And there's another video for that. So let me pause for a second and go get what I'm going to get to catch this fuel. You can get either a piece of tubing, or I like to use a plastic cup. Just make a little hole with an awl. Go all the way down the hilt, and we'll be able to finish it the rest of the way when we put it on. Then I like to take a piece of saran wrap and put over the top of it with a rubber band. And what I do this for is, you know, depending on how good your lift pump is, the fuel can shoot really high up. And also, if you're not getting a lot of fuel coming out, you can see this guy kind of bubble up from pressure if the lift pump is trying to work. All right, so we're going to work him onto that hole here. All right, so I got him in position. And again, you know, this is a real ghetto thing to do, but it does the job. All right, so now what I'm going to do also is I'm going to put some paper towels down here, just because, number one, you know, when I take this off, there could be some spillage. And number two, if I've got another defective fuel filter gasket, I don't want this stuff to run all down the back again like it did before I started filming. Okay, we're in position here. All right, so now what we're going to do, I got a helper who's going to do this part. We're going to have somebody turn the key in just a minute, and then we'll see fuel come in here, and it'll be pumping the air out. And as soon as we see it filling up with fuel, we know it's okay, and we're going to turn it clockwise to tighten it back up. Okay, go ahead and turn the key. All right, there's our fuel, and there's it shooting up, and I'm going to cut it off right there. And then I'm going to get this guy underneath and take him off. And that's all there is to it. And you just clean up whatever residual mesh you've got, and you're done. That's how you change a fuel filter on a 6.5 liter GM diesel. Thanks for watching.